Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Letter. Last time we had a pretty good episode, a double spooker, if I may say so myself. Back with Zachary, we met Ashton's professor friend who seemed like a pretty good conversation, I guess. It wasn't amazingly helpful, but basically, all of the events of last episode is helping push Zachary to find out what the heck's going on instead of just being like Isabella, where she's kind of half denying it and half hiding from it, at least for now. Um, but yeah, I mean, even the freaking ghost lady's like, yo, help me. I mean, if she can possess people and talk to people like that, then just tell me what you want and we'll get it done. But I believe this is the day of the party, right? right 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 somewhere here, or is it tomorrow? Oh, didn't we have like a thing with the kid? Or oh, okay, so it's not the party. Okay, I thought going into this we would be going into the party, but we did not. We are not doing that. This is the last day for the Hana storyline before she got assaulted by a freaking ghost. Okay, well, I was gonna say we can go into the party and maybe from Zach's perspective look for some clues, but that's not happening, so I guess we'll just see what's gonna go on from here. So let's start. The tremors follow me even as I get home. I had oh, actually, one second. There we go. I had hoped for a little stroll around the block for a few hours would help. Instead, I am assaulted with more images of her. Her smile, the loathing in her eyes, the stench of gore, the horrid crunch that comes with every movement she makes. Even old memories have been sullied by her, and Ma San no longer sounds as sweet as it's meant to be. In the end, all I got is a sinking feeling I will never be rid of her image, and another ridiculous idea that may or may not even work. The sun is already hanging low on the horizon when I make it back, and for the first time, coming home feels more like a chore. Only I didn't arrive to an empty room. Isabella? Ashton? Who are we calling? I think it's one of those two. Because as soon as I open the door, I'm greeted by none other than
Sup, Z-Man?
my
I
boy.
told you we should have called him before going here.
The whole freaking squad, both of them.
It's fine.
Z-Man. Yo, what's up, lads? Seems like at least Ashton isn't angry anymore. It is Ashton I see first sitting comfortably on my couch, munching on a bag of chips with both feet prompt atop the coffee table. Whatever proverbial stone has made a home at the pit of my stomach automatically flies right out the window at the sight of him. But before any exasperation can set in, my attention is taken by the other occupant in the room. Isabella perches on the only other chair in the room, attempting to make herself smaller. It seems from how closely she's hugging her arms against her. Nevertheless, she gives me a small smile when she notices my stare. Yet somehow there ain't any warmth in it like it's supposed to have.
Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was...
Relax. Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
Z-Man.
Only after you broke the 13th one.
13?
Keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment.
The unlucky number. Dude, I mean, yeah, I missed Ash, man. He's like my favorite character. He's so cringy. And sometimes cool. It's good to see him
And
again.
stop calling me Z-Man.
pretty lame.
I didn't break anything this time.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just stroll in here whenever you want to. And hey, is that my...
Ash smirked at me, because of course he has the gall to smirk knowing what he did. He pops in what's very likely the last piece of chip into his mouth and folds the wrapper neatly on the table before throwing it on the nearby trash. From her chair, Isabella shoots me an all-apologetic smile as soon as the foil hits the waste bin with a dull thunk. Common sense dictates that I should be angry, but after everything, despite things we've yet to straighten out before it blows up in our faces, I'm sorry I made him the wrong choice, okay? Well, maybe it's the right choice, honestly. But whatever. Having something normal play out in front of me, no matter how childish their antics can get, I can't bring myself to muster even a tidbit of it. Behind me, the television starts playing the music for the end credits of a movie. They have likely been waiting for a while if Ash has gotten impatient enough to rummage through my cupboards and watch something.
Of course he eats all of it. You know, I was saving that for the weekend. Did you at least share some with Bella?
Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? It's free food, you know?
I mean, I agree with Zachary. Free food is free food.
What was that you usually say? You don't say no to free
Also,
food.
true. I kind of forgot she's like that.
What happened?
No, I'm just not hungry.
I just took some for the road. Ash only shrugs at the question in my eyes. I can't be the only one who finds this vibe she's giving off to be odd, and the guy has no doubt already caught wind of it.
Aye. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do. Just say the word.
Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food is not really what we came here for. Ash, he's the one who...
He casts brief glance at Ash, and in an instant he sits up. Every trace of amusement is gone from his face as he clasps his hand in front of him and leans forward. A minuscule gesture meant to ease, yet the grim expression on him tells a different story altogether.
All right, you two, what's this about? I don't like those looks. If this has something to do with the other day, I really am sorry about that.
I am too. My bad, dude.
It was rude, and I didn't mean for it to come out that
I
way.
thought it was the nicest option possible, but obviously I'm bad at choosing option. A short but tense pause follows. They're both stalling. Under normal circumstances, I'd wait. With these two, the more you force it. With these two, the more you force it, the more they'll clamp down on it. But as a handful of seconds continue to slip by, the unsettling feeling in me also grows with it. Then it turns into impatience. Before I demand a response, though, one of them finally speaks up. It was Ashton who breaks it.
No, don't
First
apologize.
breaks it.
I should have listened.
He believes, I mean, yes, this is past the party, so Ashton was literally just at the party snooping around. Obviously, my prediction was wrong that Becca, Ashton, and Zach went to that party as a group to investigate, but
How is everything with you lately, Zach?
maybe Ashton has seen some shit.
Hold on, Ash. Both of you. Did I just hear you say that? Is this why Isabella's here? Has something happened?
Calm down, we're just here to check on things. So, did you meet Andrew about the photos?
Yep.
What photographs?
Don't look, Isabella the cursed. Said photographs has been sitting untouched since the day I dumped them in my drawer. Isabella goes very still when I hand her the small stack. To her credit, she does not flinch like I'm expecting her to, and flips through each of it in silence. But while her eyes remain strangely calm, her hands have gone rigid, and her mouth set into a thin line. She of all people understands what this means. In hindsight, she should have been the one I approached before Ash.
What did Andrew say about them?
I think that was a choice. No, it was either talk to Ashton or Hana. So I think Ashton's the right choice. I mean, Hana is the one being primarily targeted, I think.
It could be one, but there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen. So that's a dead end right
Bro,
there.
I mean, Andrew was a little more like he didn't say it was a real thing, but he was like, yo, don't mess around with this stuff. So I think it's a little more weighted than you're giving it credit for, Zachary.
Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now. But with the dreams lately...
Bro, you have freaking pictures. It's cursed.
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all?
And you just met that freaking child. Tell him about the spooky child.
Did you ask him even?
You did not ask him about the letter, though. I paused, glancing at him skeptically. I don't know where this sudden curiosity is coming from. But if Ashton, calm, cool, collected, always logical Ashton, takes interest in this, something or someone must have fucked shit up somewhere. Or the world is ending. Second pass. The potlets I'm expecting to go along with it doesn't arrive, however.
Yeah, that's really everything. The letter kind of slipped my mind. The photos were more important at that time.
Well, third trip to Andrew. I'm sure he's... I mean, he's probably not tired of talking about this since it's his profession.
There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on. Kinda nasty if you ask me, but it does make sense if you simply go along with it. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zach. It may have something to do with... I may have...
Yep, you cursed her. Kind of, I mean, Isabella like, did show the letter to everyone, but it's not like she... I mean, I don't know.
Wait, stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day, you said the exact same thing.
Bro, stuff can change in 24 hours.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something.
Yo, true. She was on the phone call before Anna got freaking assaulted
Whatever this
by the
is,
ghost.
someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
Okay, so Ashton personally hasn't seen the ghost. Okay, well.
Are you sure you even have the time? Ain't you busy with your current case?
And you know Ashton's current case is literally related to this anyways, because it's about Lucas, right?
I got taken off that one.
Baby.
You didn't say you were taken off your case.
I just got the news this morning. Apparently the higher-ups think I'm doing a horrendous job at it. It doesn't matter though. If these two cases are connected like I initially thought, then regardless, I'm on the right track.
Bro, wouldn't that be hilarious if freaking turns out Luke was a serial killer and it wasn't the curse that killed Rebecca? Or not Rebecca. Rose. It was freaking Luke. That'd be like the weirdest plot twist. Actually, it'd be pretty hype, but we're seeing a freaking ghost, dude. If this ghost is trying to be friendly, she's doing a horrible job at it.
Are you sure we should even be doing this?
Because obviously, like, we've seen Hana's perspective, and sure, she might be doing some shady business stuff, but she literally has nothing to do with anything about the ghost or anything like super bad.
Doing what exactly?
There's some place we'll visit after this.
Ermagerd?
Too vague for comfort, Ash. And please don't tell me you're bringing her with you.
Are you mad at Isabella? I mean, she is scared, so. His affirmation comes in the form of a stare, but that alone says all I need to know. What I pointed out gives him a pause, though his voice is thick with hesitation when he addresses Isabella.
You know what? Zach's right, Isabella. You don't have to come with me.
You're benched.
It's not myself I'm worried about. It's you. I'll just do this myself if it'll get you into more trouble with your superiors. At least I can make up an excuse why I need to be there.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not walking in there without me. Besides, I think it's a little too late to back out now.
We're all cursed. Even though Ashton hasn't seen shit because the ghost is probably intimidated by him.
Did you see the news this morning?
Who? What? Where?
I haven't, actually.
Who died? Mariana?
Mama called, and I was busy.
The change in the air around her, while small, cannot have gone unnoticed, and it takes every willpower not to ask. The father? Sicker? Maybe? Probably the only thing reigning in my curiosity is the fact that Ash himself haven't brought it up either.
No problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
Just tell me. Oh. Who the fuck is that? One of the guys who helped renovate the house? He grabs the remote and cycles through numerous channels until he gets to a news report about another guy who has been found dead in the early hours of the morning today. Burned alive this time. The Takano treatment? Oddly, no fire has spread, and whatever damage has been contained within the place the body was found. Okay. So the fire was in the room. So he was... I guess he... I don't know. You can set it up differently. First I thought they meant he was burnt, but there's no fire. Which means he was burnt somewhere else, but obviously, I mean, the room was burnt, but somehow it didn't spread. It was funky. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should roll up. Been found dead. Burned alive this time, no fire has spread, and whatever damage has been contained within the place the body was found. It's a little vague. I don't know if I understand fully. There's a very big difference, by the way, because if the body was burnt and there's no fire damage, then there's a good chance he was killed somewhere else, then put in there. But anyways, it's not too important. The room itself, however, has been completely vandalized. Help me, help me, help me. Another murder, the authorities claimed. Isabella and I knew better. None of us shifts even after the report ends, but the room has suddenly felt stifling. Ashton's eyes have gone hooded with what appears to be a restrained anger, and the remote in his hand creaks mildly under his grip. The stone is back in my stomach. A tiny little thing gripping at my insides, grown with every passing second as the dread sinks in. In the thick of it, Isabella's voice is the one that breaks the hush. A small, weak thing on its own that wavers unevenly between words, but every syllable heavy with meaning.
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
Well, this guy's literally random, so there's no way he has seen the letter, I would think. When it fades, all that's left is the air. In the air is her doubt and fear. All we can do is cope. There's something I can say to make her feel better. Also in this game, if you don't know, since this is our first choice in a while, I mean, obviously you would know, just for myself, we choose a choice and we stick with it. This is freaking Iron Man mode, okay? I mean, let's go with we can still fix this. Why would we make her feel worse?
It ain't too late. We could still fix this. There's
Yeah.
3 of us here.
Be hopeful, and they give us my favorite OST of the game. Bro, Isabella's freaking surging. Oh, Ashton got a little boost too. What I like to see. Alright, glad I made the right choice. I mean, if you stayed silent, that's just awkward, dude. Someone has to break the silence. It ain't too late. We can still fix... Why am I reading? I don't know.
If you count Rebecca.
True.
No, she's staying away from this.
She lifts her gaze at me, eyes steady and shoulders squared as she holds it against the baffled look I give her. Although in the next second it immediately softens and it takes me by surprise nevertheless. In those brief moments, it's like I faced a different person.
I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have. Both of you as well.
Sorry, we're already cursed. It doesn't matter if you don't want us to be involved anyways. I mean, if we do nothing, we're just gonna continue to be cursed. Might as well help.
I already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Still in all, that's 2 extra heads who can do the thinking. Between us 3, I'm sure we'll figure something out pretty soon.
Honestly, just go to the library and read up on some history. Or go through old newspapers or something.
Don't make this whole thing sound like it's a piece of cake to deal with.
Feel like it's a great start.
It ain't. But better than sitting around, yeah? Plan is still a plan.
Hopping off.
You're going to shoot yourself in the foot one day with that kind of thinking. We don't even know who's doing this. The last 2 murders might just be similar incidents done by 2 different suspects.
It's definitely a possibility, but I feel like that's generally unlikely. I mean, I guess we should learn about who the frick this guy is, though I don't think we're actually gonna go into that.
Hasn't stopped you from going after them before.
The fact that Isabella doesn't recognize him immediately makes me think it might be someone from Marianne's renovation team. Either that or he's right and it is a copycat, because obviously he's the person who died. If it is the curse, it needs to be someone kind of related to the house.
Remember that time when you...
Okay, stop right there. There will be no retelling of that incident today, Z-Man.
What did you freaking know? You didn't say anything.
Or ever.
Keep calling me Z-Man and maybe I will.
Start calling him Z-Man. Thanks, Isabella. I thought it was kind of funny. Though muffled by her hands, Irene's light and easy against the thick tension in the room. Still a far cry from the usual cheer she carries, but brings a welcome shift in the otherwise dreary mood.
Thanks, you two.
I'll tell you about it when he's not around.
Give it up, Z-Man. She's not interested.
Who says I'm not?
Ash makes a face but chuckles at the jest despite himself.
Why am I even friends with you two?
And like this, most of our worries ebb away, if only for a few moments. They take their leave mere minutes close to sundown. But regardless of the lighter mood, little has been said of their plans, only vague hints of what they're aiming to do after. While it ain't any of my business to know, something about this whole thing still gnaws at me. A tiny passing thought urges me to do something as well. So wait, they're doing it by themselves? I thought they would have invited Zach. What the? Okay, I guess we're riding solo with Zachary. At this hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home after a hard day's work. Little of the bustle matters to them as they step out of the crowded walkway. However, Ash especially... Okay, we are going with them. Okay, I was confused. That would have been just awkward. There's only his goal in his mind, and I'd wager there's nothing I can do to stop him at this point. He's probably decided on it long before they made their decision to drop by. But despite this, Isabella lags behind. A worried crease is back on her forehead as she watches Ash leave to get his car.
Something wrong, Bella?
No, actually, can you check on Becca for me after this? I really didn't get the chance to tell her where I'm headed off to. Tell her I'm okay and no, just that.
You sure I should skip on that part? If she finds out about this, she'll be angry. I don't really want to deal with angry Rebecca. It gives me a stomachache just thinking about it.
Neither do I, but I'll handle it if she gets mad. Just make sure she's safe and tell her to be careful. You too. Take care of yourself.
Almost abruptly, she pauses, the gaze in her eyes hardening as she lapses into another one of those long, distant silences from earlier. This ain't just because of the whole fiasco with the letter anymore.
I don't want what happened to Rose to happen to you guys as well.
This one cut deeper. Before I can ask about it, Ashton returns, casually swinging his car keys on one hand and gestures at Isabella.
Come on, we don't have much time. Shirley's waiting.
Who's sure?
Guitar.
Right.
Dude, I forgot about that for a second too.
Don't answer that. I don't want to hear it, you huge dork.
Says the person who gave her stuffed toys names. Batcat? Really?
It's cute. Yours is just weird.
Huh?
I'll see you later, Zach.
Okay, so we're not going with them. If we're gonna go talk to Rebecca. Right. So I was right. This is just weird, dude. She spares me another smile, and as I watch her walk off, only now did it occur to me that none of those she gave today ever reached her eyes. I make a grab for the back of Ash's parka. He stares briefly before correcting himself and shooting me a confused stare.
Is she alright?
Huh? What? Who's okay?
Isabella. She's been, I don't know, out of it today? Did something happen earlier?
The scowl on his face says it all.
She's actually been like that this morning. I'll ask, but
Just do me a favor and watch over her. We have no idea what we're dealing with.
Stuff. I think it was her father that was sick. Someone was sick back in the Philippines, so it's probably something to do with that, I'd imagine.
I don't know what happened to her since the last time I saw her, but from how she's been doing today, whatever it is, seems like a pretty big deal.
Or maybe when she was having the talk with the mom, the freaking curse came. So maybe she was worried the curse might spread to her family or something.
Wait, you didn't annoy her again, did you? Because I swear to God, if you did, you've got another thing coming for you.
what? No. Why would I? Just so you know, I already apologized for the one at the movie house.
It's true. He kissed on the cheek, I think.
Granted, she
Or
deserved
the
an
forehead.
apology, but I meant it that time.
I'm just asking. I'll take your word for it. But if you can find out what's bothering her, that'd be nice. Honestly, I don't think it's the letter this time.
I'll see what I can do.
Make sure you keep yourself out of harm's way, alright?
Yeah, you too. Don't do anything reckless again.
Reckless, no. But I can't make you to promise I won't do anything. After seeing that, there's no way in hell I'm going to pretend there ain't a problem when there is. This is a really big one, and I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
Plus, you can make a freaking documentary about it. He's about to argue for a moment,
Look, bro,
but...
if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out.
Okay.
But allow me this one thing, alright? Just this one time. If it doesn't work out, you'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
I have no idea if it's the look on my face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, although his mouth pressed into a thin line, he nods.
Alright, stay safe, Zach.
Okay, well, that worked out nicely. Ooh, serious face. Upon returning to his apartment, Zachary was greeted by Ashton and Isabella. Now suspicious of what was happening, Ashton informed Zach that he and Isabella will try to get to the bottom of this. He also warned Zach to be careful. Thank you, thank you. Whether that alone will be enough to give me a peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. Did I read that? Oh, no, I did not. When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allows the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole. And allows. I like to think that tiny gleam in his eyes is the closest we can get to optimism in this situation. There you go. Round order. New day? Oh no. Wait, is it? Okay. I don't like night times. Temporary mic switch, so it might sound a little farther away. I gotta prep the keyboard just in case I get quick time event. Night falls, and despite my best attempts, sleep continues to elude me. I guess we didn't do anything the evening. With her image still stuck in my head, flashing every few moments, it catches me off guard, with Maud's lullaby still echoing in my ears, no longer the soft tune it once was. And the terrible gnawing at the pit of my stomach, it's no wonder I can't bring myself to drift off for even a little while. Not as if there's a complete lack of things to do while waiting for sleep to come, if it ever will. And at 2:45 in the morning, I find myself cleaning up my photography equipment for no other reason than just to pass time. Oh god, I hate it. Don't pop up beside me. But, just in case. There you go. Thumbnail potential? Dude, you look at this empty space. You're telling me she's not gonna pop up here or like behind the window? And you're crazy. Though if I am going to be honest, it's not the night terrors that are keeping me wide awake tonight, but the anxiety and hope I'll hear from Ash or Isabella soon. And for what's perhaps the 42nd time, my eyes shift over to the end of the table where my phone lies still. I've not heard from them since they left. They haven't promised a call, of course, but a small part of me wishes they would have the common sense, at the very least. Waiting is a tough game, and with more concern stretching out the minutes far longer than usual, it's impossible for the unpleasant thoughts not to enter my mind. Moreover, it does not help that when the clock finally strikes 3... No! Oh my fucking god, it's happening. Just in case of a quick time. Please. Please. I just want peace. Peace. Peace and quiet. Kyoko. My hand stills. It'll be a complete and utter lie to say my heart didn't leap straight to my throat in that brief second. My whole body has gone motionless, ears straining for any further sounds. A couple of 10 seconds pass. Nothing. Of course, with how old the building I'm staying in, power fluctuations ain't nothing new. Bro, do you not? God, she is so creepy. Every now and then this would happen, leaving a few tenants in a rather bad mood. Nothing unusual anymore after a few years of living here. But this time the sudden hush brings in the stillness that raised the hair at the back of my neck and set my heart beating hard against my chest. See, something reached in the air, and in an instant this place is no longer home. It's a prison. Every rational fiber in my being screams at me to leave. I force myself to swallow and keep a clear head as I lay down all my cleaning tools and begin gathering together the rest of my things scattered about on the table. Dude, just freaking leave, dude. The camera's body, lens, filters, diffuser, phone, anything my hand can reach. But in the result, panic. Like in the nightmares, in the scent that... It is the scent that reaches me first, a foul, putrid smell filling my lungs with a heavy stink of death. My fingers clamp tightly to the camera, holding it closer to my body as the tiny thing would provide enough protection to whatever it is with me in the room. It won't. But it's the only comfort I have. And knowing whoever she is, she had once been human. Perhaps not all of it is gone. Oh my god, are we gonna try? I mean, she did talk to us as a little girl. Maybe we can get some info. Please, Kyoko, I'm friendly. I am a fan of spooky ghost girls. Perhaps some of it's still there.
I know you're in here.
I will take revenge.
What do you want?
Just stop croaking. Something moves behind me, a soft scuttling over the walls, followed by the squelch and painful creaking of what can only be rotten flesh and broken bones. Without hesitation, I whirl around, my fingers and camera ready, patiently waiting for another movement. Please don't.
I can help you. Whatever it is that keeps you here, I can help. That's what the letter's for, ain't it?
You're not just an asshole ghost that likes killing people, right?
You don't have to keep taking people's lives.
I'm friendly. I'm scared. Please don't. There's a brief moment of silence after, and for a short while, I think my pleas worked. Then with no warning, the shuffling resumes, along with it are the sobs of a woman. Please don't. I'm friendly! No! Don't. Ah! Hey, I caught it. God, I'm good. She looked kind of hot there. Anyways, half joking. The light flashes fleetingly one last time, allowing me a glimpse of her grotesque, misshapen features before it's once again lost in the darkness. All of a sudden, her tune changes, no longer a soft cry, but a high-pitched shriek, brimming with pain, grief, and anger. I mean, to be fair, we kind of pleaded with her, and then we just freaking flashed her in the face with the camera. It's kind of sending mixed messages here, Zachary. Every ounce of courage I've mustered flees from my body at the sound, and the next thing I know, my hand is gripping the knob and I'm wrenching the door open. Her wails follow me as I flee into the night. To the park. No creepy girls this time, please. Pacing has always been more of an Ashton thing than mine. And I want to think, I sit down and let the minutes tick by until an idea comes to my mind, where my pulse settles down. And yet drive leaves and twigs crack under my shoes as I make another pass at them. Terror is too mild to describe what this is. There's no way in hell I'm going back. Whatever she is, pleading won't work. The moment we saw that letter, she's been after us.
I can't run. Not this time.
Has anyone tried punching her? Nearly 2 hours have gone by since I left the comfort of my room for the solitude of the park. 2 excruciating hours since I've started making calls. No one's answering. I mean, you're just calling Ashton. Maybe Rebecca might be the best choice. Though Isabella doesn't really like involving her. Oh, never mind. Not even Rebecca, who has always kept her phone line open in case of other people need her. Or Isabella, who frequently chats us for any messages and readily responds as soon as she can afford to. We have Hannah's number. It does not help that Ash hasn't said a word where he went off to as well.
Damn it! I knew I should have asked him before I let him leave.
Knowing him, he can be anywhere. But there's really only one place he'll likely be at this time. Alright guys, I think we're gonna end here. It's daytime. Again, short, but probably fine. Oh, that was a fun crit time event, dude. I love how I prepare my keyboard ready for the crit time event, and it's a freaking mouse one. And my mouse has been pretty stuffed recently, so little panic here and there, but overall great time. Thank you for watching this episode, rather. Hopefully you enjoyed. And next time we're going to the Ermagerd mansion, and we step in and we find Hannah, Luke, Zach, Isabella, and Rebecca's corpses, and we get the worst ending because I'm horrible at choosing choices. Nah, but that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week with some more of the letter. Hopefully you guys enjoy the return of the letter. It will be going on hopefully until completion. I plan even if we miss the time limit, which I kind of assume because we're not even we're only on the 3rd POV out of 7. Hopefully with Cheer Boys being uploaded for the not foreseeable future, for like 3 weeks, all the time I would put into making Higurashi videos, I can do it to the letter, and hopefully that would be enough. Well, yeah, that's all I got. Have a great night, and see you next time. Bye!